Welcome, everyone. In today's episode of Renegade Immortal Episode 130, Wang Lin finally obtains the legendary Tide Token, but that's only the beginning. His Mosquito Beast evolves into the powerful Mosquito Beast King, while Greed reveals his terrifying second primordial spirit, the Primordial Thunder Dragon. What follows is a deadly chase deep inside the abyss, where Wang Lin makes a shocking decision to devour the Thunder Dragon and refine its power, completely transforming himself and reaching a whole new level of strength. This moment marks one of the biggest turning points in his journey. And remember, this is based on the novel and preview, so when the official Donghua adapts this part, it may not be exactly the same. This video is made for those who are curious about what's going to happen next, based on the novel and my closest prediction. Now before we begin, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and help me reach 300 likes on this video. Alright, without wasting any more time, let's begin. After Wang Lin successfully rescues Zhou Yi, the two of them descend deeper together, heading straight toward the very bottom of the abyss, and that's when they discover a strange and ominous purple mist silently spreading across the area. But what Wang Lin doesn't realize at first is that someone else has already been waiting here for an entire century, and that person is Greed. For 100 years, Greed has been preparing for this exact moment, and now he finally begins to act. Using the terrifying 7 demon needles, he controls a powerful Mosquito Beast King and manipulates an enormous swarm of mosquito beasts, surrounding the helpless disciples of the Dalu Sword Sect. His plan is simple and cruel. He intends to use all of them as sacrifices to seize the treasure hidden within the abyss. But suddenly, something unexpected happens. Wang Lin's own mosquito beasts, which had been quietly resting inside his storage bag, suddenly become restless. Without waiting for his command, they fly out on their own and vanish straight into the purple mist. Even Wang Lin is caught off guard by this strange reaction. Although he feels uneasy, he forces himself to stay calm and carefully memorizes the location, knowing this abnormal behavior must be connected to something important. At the same time, Zhou Yi releases his sword sense, probing the surroundings, and quickly detects Greed and the trapped sword sect disciples. However, Greed is extremely cautious. The moment he senses Zhou Yi's sword intent, he immediately retreats without hesitation. Wang Lin doesn't panic. Instead, he calmly analyzes everything. He notices a brief flash of joy on Qinlong's face, the senior disciple of the Dalu Sword Sect, when he realizes outsiders have arrived. That single expression tells Wang Lin everything he needs to know. It means the Sword Sect disciples and Greed are not allies. Qinlong's reaction was clearly a silent plea for help. And Greed's suspicious personality explains why he didn't dare pursue Wang Lin recklessly, likely because he feared Zhou Yi's presence. After piecing all of this together, Wang Lin makes a bold decision. Instead of hiding, he reveals himself and steps out of the mist. The moment he appears, the Sword Sect disciples immediately recognize him as a Heavenly Fate Sect cultivator, and their expressions turn hostile. One disciple named Wu Ma loses control of his temper and attacks Wang Lin without hesitation, slashing at him with his flying sword. But Wang Lin doesn't even flinch. He calmly forms the life seal, effortlessly blocking the attack, and then releases his killing aura in response. In an instant, Wu Ma is completely trapped, unable to move. And what happens next shocks everyone present. Right in front of their eyes, Wang Lin erases the divine consciousness from Wu Ma's flying sword and claims it as his own, as if it were nothing. Qinlong immediately steps forward to calm the situation, completely ignoring the humiliation of losing the sword. This only confirms Wang Lin's suspicions even more. Their situation is desperate, and Qinlong cannot afford to provoke him. Meanwhile, Greed remains in the shadows, watching cautiously, unwilling to act rashly because of Zhou Yi's presence beside Wang Lin. Realizing they have no other choice, Qinlong proposes that everyone work together to break through the encirclement. Greed, sensing that the purple mist is finally changing, the moment he had waited for 100 years, agrees without hesitation. But both sides are clearly hiding their true intentions. Soon, they all fly toward the edge of the purple mist. But the moment they arrive, everyone freezes in shock. Outside the mist, countless mosquito beasts fill the sky, forming an endless swarm. Greed is the first to step forward, and at that exact moment, the purple mist suddenly begins to contract violently. Greed bursts into laughter. This is the moment he has been waiting for. He immediately activates the 7 demon needles, commanding the mosquito beasts to attack and forcing everyone else back into the mist. His voice echoes with madness as he declares that after 100 years, the treasure has finally appeared, and all of them will become sacrifices. A celestial figure appears at the edge of the mist, and a barrier forms, trapping anyone without immortal roots inside. Zhou Yi suggests that he can forcefully break through with Wang Lin, but Wang Lin doesn't rush. Instead, he retreats deeper into the mist, searching for an opportunity within the chaos. As the mist continues to shrink, forming a purple light curtain, the sword sect disciples grow increasingly desperate. Their attacks are useless. Even Qinlong eventually abandons his fellow disciples, using Ling Tianho's natal sword energy to tear open a gap and escape alone, leaving the others behind to die. Inside the mist, the remaining disciples completely lose hope. Wu Ma, filled with hatred, suggests killing Wang Lin before they die. Killing intent fills the air. Zhou Yi urges Wang Lin to escape immediately, but Wang Lin instead tells him to locate them using sword sense. In this fog where sight and divine sense are useless, Wang Lin becomes the hunter. Within 10 breaths, Zhou Yi kills 3 of them, seizing their flying swords and even obtaining 2 strands of Ling Tianho's sword energy. Just as they prepare to kill the last one, the 10 breaths expire, and Zhou Yi forcibly pulls Wang Lin out of the collapsing mist. Outside, Qinlong is already being attacked by the mosquito beasts, and Greed immediately orders the swarm to attack Wang Lin as well. But suddenly, everything changes. The mosquito beasts that were attacking him suddenly stop. One purple mosquito beast even flies directly to Wang Lin and affectionately rubs against him, emitting excited cries. Greed and Qinlong are completely stunned. These ferocious beasts are actually showing submission to Wang Lin. Panicking, Greed immediately uses the 7 demon needles to control the mosquito beast king. The beast struggles in agony, letting out a sorrowful cry. But Wang Lin's purple mosquito beasts respond. They swarm the mosquito beast king and begin devouring it. As its massive body withers away, Wang Lin's mosquito beast grows larger and its purple color deepens. Then it lets out a sharp screech, and in that instant, all the mosquito beasts turn on Greed. Terrified, Greed tries to escape, but Wang Lin and Qinlong attack at the same time, blocking his path. Furious, Greed unleashes his ancient power and easily defends himself, mocking their weakness. But before he can escape, the purple mist finally finishes condensing, and a purple-golden token appears. The Tide Token. Both Wang Lin and Qinlong rush toward it. Qinlong is faster, using Ling Tianho's sword energy to seize it. But at that exact moment, Wang Lin reveals a cold smile. He casts the stop spell, freezing Qinlong instantly, causing the token to fall. Greed immediately tries to take it, but Wang Lin casts stop again, freezing him too, and in a single instant, Wang Lin grabs the Tide Token for himself. Greed completely loses control. He unleashes his terrifying cauldron, reversing heaven and earth and swapping Wang Lin's position. Then he releases more treasures, trying to capture Wang Lin. Zhou Yi appears and helps him escape, but Greed's second primordial spirit emerges and begins chasing him relentlessly, unleashing devastating lightning attacks. Wang Lin summons his divine chariot, transforming it into a lightning beast that devours the attacks. But Greed's primordial spirit continues attacking, even summoning a lightning dragon. Wang Lin uses his immortal brush to resist, his face turning pale as he continues fleeing deeper into the abyss. After the desperate escape earlier, the chase between Wang Lin and Greed's second primordial spirit only grew more terrifying as the two of them sank deeper and deeper into the endless darkness of the Tide Abyss. The closer they got to the bottom, the more horrifying the resistance became, as if the abyss itself was trying to crush them. Their speed dropped drastically, and at that moment, Greed's second primordial spirit suddenly swung its lightning hammer. Instantly, a crimson lightning bolt shot out and pierced straight into the abyss wall beside Wang Lin. The moment Wang Lin saw this, his pupils shrank. A terrifying sense of crisis exploded in his mind. Without hesitation, he immediately recalled his thunder beast and began frantically stacking countless life-saving seals on its body. At the same time, he grabbed a handful of precious crimson jade talismans from his storage bag and crushed them all at once. Crimson light immediately surrounded him like a protective cocoon. And just in the next instant, the entire abyss erupted. Countless crimson lightning bolts burst out from both sides of the abyss wall, instantly forming a massive lightning net that sealed off his escape. The crimson protective light around Wang Lin's body was pierced repeatedly, explosions ringing out one after another. His face turned dark and pale under the pressure. Realizing he could not escape any longer, that the resistance was too strong and the enemy too relentless, Wang Lin's temper finally ignited. He slapped his storage bag and summoned the 3 talents sword formation. The moment it appeared, it merged perfectly with Ling Tianho's sword energy, erupting with terrifying power as it charged straight toward the second primordial spirit. 3 terrifying evil beast souls manifested, the rat, the pig, and the sheep, roaring wildly as they stabbed forward with overwhelming sword energy. The second primordial spirit reacted immediately, swinging its thunder hammer and summoning an electric dragon to block the attack. It didn't dare allow the sword energy to touch its body, so it could only use the lightning dragon to weaken the attack from a distance. But Wang Lin's eyes flashed sharply. He had already noticed the mark between its eyebrows. That mark was the key to greed's control. Without hesitation, Wang Lin used all his strength and cast his freezing stop spell, shouting loudly. Instantly, the second primordial spirit froze mid-motion, completely immobilized. Wang Lin seized this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and roared, "Kill!" The 3 talents sword formation erupted with its full power. The 3 swords became streams of light, piercing through layers of lightning and stabbing directly into the second primordial spirit. Ling Tianho's terrifying sword energy invaded its body, rampaging wildly and destroying it from the inside. The second primordial spirit trembled violently, and the control mark on its forehead flickered uncontrollably, trying desperately to resist. But the damage had already been done. As it weakened, the lightning net trapping Wang Lin collapsed into nothing. Wang Lin didn't waste even a moment. He rushed forward, summoned his demonic armor, and unleashed his demon transformation finger, followed immediately by the yellow spring finger. These 2 terrifying divine abilities struck the second primordial spirit directly. Wang Lin roared, "Explode!" The control mark could no longer withstand the damage and shattered completely. Cracks instantly spread across the second primordial spirit's body. But suddenly, Wang Lin's expression changed. From within those cracks, a terrifying ancient aura began leaking out. This pressure was beyond imagination, the pressure of a true primordial creature. Even the beast souls of the 3 talents sword formation trembled in fear. Far above, Greed himself suddenly spat out blood, his face filled with horror as he realized what had happened. Then, with a deafening roar, the second primordial spirit completely collapsed. But from its forehead, an azure beam of light shot out. And what emerged next shocked the heavens themselves. An azure thunder dragon. Covered in lightning, radiating ancient power, this was no ordinary creature. This was a primordial thunder dragon, a legendary existence of the cultivation world. Long ago, when Greed was still weak, he had discovered its infant spirit and later sealed it within an ancient demonic artifact, refining it into his second primordial spirit. But even Greed had never truly controlled it. He had only suppressed it. Now, it had awakened. The Azure Thunder Dragon opened its eyes and released a roar that shook the entire abyss. Even the abyss resistance was blown away by its power. Wang Lin's face turned bitter. He immediately fled, using the force of the shockwave to escape. But the Thunder Dragon had already locked onto him. Its eyes burned with hatred as it chased him relentlessly. Soon, Wang Lin saw the bottomless pit ahead, the same mysterious pit connected to the ancient god 2C. Without hesitation, he jumped inside. The Thunder Dragon followed without fear. Inside the pit, the suction force became even stronger. Wang Lin clung tightly to the edge, barely holding on. But the Thunder Dragon forcibly squeezed its massive body inside, tearing itself apart just to pursue him. Seeing this, Wang Lin made a terrifying decision. He released his primordial spirit, and swallowed the Thunder Dragon whole. In his youth, Wang Lin had been a soul devourer. But this was no ordinary soul. This was a primordial Thunder Dragon, a creature born from heavenly lightning itself. The moment he swallowed it, his primordial spirit was engulfed in endless lightning. The pain was unimaginable. His soul felt like it was being torn apart. But Wang Lin endured it. Because he knew, fortune favors the bold. He began refining it. Time lost all meaning. His physical body withered, turning into skin and bones. He looked like a corpse. But inside, his primordial spirit was transforming. It shrank smaller and smaller, becoming only 3 feet tall, resembling a nascent soul, but now, it was filled with lightning. Finally, after an unknown amount of time, Wang Lin opened his eyes. Lightning shot from his gaze. His primordial spirit returned to his body, and in an instant, his withered body fully recovered. Lightning flowed through his veins. He had completely transformed. Although his cultivation level remained at the early stage of the Ascendant Realm, his strength had increased dramatically. Every divine ability he used now carried the power of heavenly thunder. He could easily defeat mid-stage Ascendant cultivators and even fight late-stage Ascendants.